In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of different microphones that you might be interested in. First, this is the one, Shure SM7b, but I also have this little clip-on mic, and it's also a Shure mic. It's a Shure WL183 omnidirectional mic. And this is what that one sounds like. And the cool thing is with this one, I can move around freely and you can hear perfectly what I'm saying all the time, whereas when I use this one, the SM7b, it's a cardioid pattern, so it's close to me here. It attenuates pretty much. When you move around away from the mic, you're gonna lose a lot of the sound quality. So when you're moving around, walking around and doing stuff, this one is perhaps not the best option. But if you're just sitting here and doing the talking head thing, I think this is pretty much as good as it gets. I really, really like this microphone. It's like instant. I just plugged it in and it sounds like this, so I'm very impressed by the performance. But I must say that the lav mic, it's on right now, it sounds really good also. I think there might be a bit more room acoustics in this one because it's omni, so it takes up from all directions, reflections from floors and surfaces and the ceiling and whatnot. Whereas with this one, it's like it's got a direction, it's pointing at me, and if I'm speaking right into the microphone, that's what you're gonna hear. So you get good attenuation of unwanted sounds. But however, I'm working as an adjunct associate professor at Umeå University, and I'm doing some lectures and laboratory exercises more specifically. And that's when I really need to have the ability to move around and talk to my students, because I want to show you what I can do with this lav mic. I mean, if I go to, let's switch to the wireless camera now. Here I'm using my phone as a wireless camera, so I can move around, talk, and then perhaps I want to show you this little it's not a little, but it's an omnidirectional loudspeaker that we use in sound insulation measurements, this one. And yeah, I can walk to it, demonstrate it, and also if I turn it on, well, it's so loud so you can turn it on and you can hear it from a different state perhaps, but anyway, sometimes I want to demonstrate other things that create sound as well. Let's find something that makes sound. Okay, I found something here in my little keyboard. It's a keyboard that I want to demonstrate, let's say. And then if I play this one, the omnidirectional takes up sound from all directions, whereas if you're using a mic like the SM7b, maybe that's not the best one because it only picks up what's nearby. So if you want to have noise suppression of unwanted sound, an omnidirectional mic is probably not for you. But if you are, like me, interested in demonstrating like resonances in wine glasses or sound from little, what's it called, you know, those that you turn a little lever and they play music, and I want to demonstrate some acoustic phenomena, I need the ability to pick up sound from quite small stuff around me when I'm moving around. So that's why an omnidirectional is perfect. There is another thing that you should think about when you're considering the choice of lavalier mic, and that is an omnidirectional. You don't need to worry about how you mount it or point it. It's gonna sound the same in all directions. Whereas there are also the 185, I think it's called, which has 184 or 185. You can look it up on Google. It's a Shure WL, and then there's 3 variants, I think, of those. And it's omnidirectional. It's more directional, and I think it's one that is super cardio, that is very directional, and that's for high noise suppression applications. But the thing is that when you got a directional lav mic, you need to point it in the right direction. If it's pointing in the wrong way, you're gonna lose out on sound, just as you do with the oh wait, where's the button? With the SM7b, this one. Because you see, when I move around this microphone, you're gonna get a very different sound quality depending on where the source and the microphone source is me when I'm talking. So when I'm talking over here and when I'm talking over here, you're gonna get a very different sound when I'm moving around. Whereas if this would have been an omnidirectional microphone, it would have sounded the same, pretty much the same at least. You get reflections from surfaces, of course, but you would not have that huge difference in sound quality when you're moving around. And that's another benefit of an omnidirectional. You can just clip it on, make sure you get somewhat right distance with your gain settings on your preamp so it doesn't overload, and then you're pretty much fine, I guess. But if you want to isolate your sound and you can spend a couple of extra seconds pointing it in the right direction, maybe the cardioid is the one for you. However, I wanted to have something that I can just grab, turn on the switch here. I got this little transmitter in my pocket, which is a great one also, Shure GLXD one, and it's got, you can run this for a very long time before the battery runs out. Now it's still at 13 hours and 28 minutes remaining, even though I've been using this one for a whole lecture. So I used to have problems with these ones that they could die on me during a lecture, and that's so embarrassing. Well, you're not going to do a lecture for 13 hours, let's be honest with that, it's not going to happen. So that's just a non-issue here. You get really good, get good quality stuff, you're not going to regret it, because to fiddle around with batteries, I think I went through 3 systems before I finally found this one that I really like. Yes, and let's do another little quick comparison. So this is lav mic. This is the SM7b. Both are very good. I think the sound quality in this one is second to none. I love this one. I really love this one because I have just plugged it in and I got instant perfect sound. Even though it's just straight into the preamp, put on some gain and we're done. There's no post-processing whatsoever on the sound that you're hearing now from this one. Lav mic sounds okay too, of course it does. But the bigger mic is better, but it's not portable. And then there's this other issue when I've been doing my style tips. This is always in the way, because that's the problem that you're gonna solve with a lav mic. You just put it to the side, and now you can talk and you can show pocket squares and ties or belts or wherever. However, in today's video, I'm not wearing any fancy schmancy stylish clothes. I'm just wearing the stuff I usually wear when I go to a measurement site or a construction site, because I've been carrying around my measurement equipment now in here in my laboratory exercise, so I needed to find something that was with focus on function, and this is the one to go for when you do that. So let's do another experiment first before we quit. Let's throw in the Jabra 710, a very, very good conference microphone, conference, you know, this little puck that you put on the table, for good measure, and see how that one sounds like. So this is the Jabra 710, this is the lav mic, and this is the SM7b. So let's go fast through them again. SM7b sounds like this. The Jabra 710 sounds like this. And the lav mic sounds like this. Which one is your favorite? See ya!